Well, how y'all doing today? Hope y'all having a blessed day. If you're gardening, I hope your garden is prospering. Now, I live in an apartment complex and I have some friends here and stuff, and every once in a while we'll get together and help each other out with something, go shopping together, and I have been designated the one that makes the lunch, which is all right with me. So, whenever we get together for something, I cook something. And I had a friend over yesterday, and what I did was I took 6 chicken thighs, skinless, and put them in a crock pot, seasoned them, put some onions in there, a little olive oil. Let them cook low and slow, and took the meat off the bone and shredded it. Added a can of chicken gravy, a can of carrots, and a can of peas. Of course, I drained them cans. Stirred it all up. Let it roast real low and slow. Put it on low and let it go, and made some mashed potatoes. I also made a jar of pickled beets and onions. Now, my mom used to make pickled beets and onions, but she just smothered them down with a little white vinegar and put them on the table. They really wasn't for us kids, and we really didn't care for them. But, when you get older, your taste change. But what really made me like them was, and I make mine different than my mother, I add about a half a bottle of zesty Italian salad dressing to it. Now, I don't buy the can of sliced beets with vinegar already in it. You can already get a can of pickled beets with vinegar. And really, that's a outstanding prepper supply because it's got vinegar in it. But I buy the other ones. And so what I do is I slice me some onions, put them in the bottom, put that whole jar of juice and all in there. And I put about a half a bottle of zesty Italian dressing in there. And I added a little red wine vinegar to top it off, and you shake it up, all right? Let it sit in your fridge for a couple days. So I pulled those out of the fridge, and I said, I made these two. I don't know if you like them or not, but you're welcome to them. And she looked at them, and she said, what are those? And I looked at her, and I said, those are pickled beets and onions. Yeah. And she said, I've never had those before. And it blew my mind. I'm in the South. I'm in Arkansas. My mother was from Indiana, and she knew what a pickled beet was. Anyway, I thought I'd help this young lady out. So, I let her sample the other stuff I cooked. She loved it. So I filled up a bowl with mashed potatoes and smothered it down with that stewed chicken, vegetables, and gravy. And I put some of these in on a separate plate for her. And she tried them. She loved them. It really does my heart good to turn somebody on to something they've never had before, although it does blow my mind. In the South, I must say that she had never had pickled beet before. She loved them. She ate almost that whole jar. Now, I make enough when I have friends over there. I make enough to where I can send them all out with something. So this kitchen can be just as busy as almost any restaurant kitchen you've ever seen in your life. So at times, she loved them. And she felt bad that she had ate so many of them. I said, honey, eat as many as you want. I got a whole case of pizza over there. I'll just make more. I'm fine with that. I have another neighbor. We were sitting out there with her daughter, and she looked at me and she said, because they know I cook, and I've done it professionally and baked professionally. Have you ever had a pickled egg pickled with beets before? I said, oh, yeah. They're very popular up north. And she said, I've never had one that way. I said, well, you like boiled eggs? Like beets, like onions? I'm going to make you some. So I'm going to eventually make her some. And I make pickled eggs a couple different ways. I'll make them with the pickled beets and onions, and I'll make them with sriracha and chili garlic sauce and jalapenos and some seasonings. But I'm going to be making some of those. But while we were down there talking and her daughter was there, she said, I love those little French green beans they have at the holidays where you get the fried onions and put them on there. I love the holidays when they come around because I like to have that. And I said, well, why do you wait? Why do you wait till the holidays to have something like that when they sell the ingredients for it year round? I find that a lot of people seem to have that mentality that certain foods are, yes, you always cook in season, especially with vegetables. And spring is a good time for lamb if you eat lamb. But some people take that mentality a little bit too far. I mean, when I had a grill up north, I'd go out in the winter and brush the snow off of it and grill something if I wanted to. I mean, some of that seasonal eating is a stranger mentality to me. But there's no reason why you can't have pickled beets and onions in the dead of winter if you got a can of beets and some vinegar. Okay, so anyway, we had a good time, and it really did my heart some good to. She's a young lady. Uh, I almost I almost could understand why she had never had a pickled beet and onion before, even being from a southern state, because her parents were missionaries and she lived and was raised in a foreign country for most of her life. So I would imagine they eat different there. I love different ethnic foods, so but we had a good time, and like I said, it just thrills me to turn somebody on to something that they ain't never had before. And I'm going to be making some pickled eggs in beet juice and use this same mixture to pickle them eggs to take them to some of my neighbors that ain't never had them. Because it's definitely a northern thing. And I am originally from up north, born to southern parents, but mostly lived in the south all my life. So I'm looking forward to hauling that jar down there and letting them all try them. Okay, well, if you're gardening, I hope that it's prospering. Thank you all so much for listening to my channel, and please like and leave a friendly comment. And y'all have a blessed day. Bye bye.